Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. We're joined again with a familiar face, second time on the channel now.
How lucky am I, by the way? 2 in a row. I feel honoured to be back here again with you, sir.
Well, we're here today to promote the World Cup Fan Zone. This winter, get yourselves here, NX Academy, all the England games will be live. Big screen behind, we'll get into that later on in the video. But let me know about the event and what can fans expect, the tickets. The link will be in the description for them as well.
First of all, thank you very much indeed, Matty, for having us back down again. Nice to see you, buddy. Yes, so we are hosting the biggest indoor World Cup fan zone right here in the city centre, for broadcasting all the England games, kicking off with the Iran game on the 21st of November, which is on a Monday afternoon. Check that out, students. I'm sure you'll be there. This is a brand new venue. It's on the site of the old O2 Academy, and they've spent millions on making this venue unbelievably special. It's looking fantastic, and I'm sure you'll be seeing a little bit more of that later. So yes, if you're into your football, guys, which you know that you are, we've got the ultimate indoor England fan zone experience kick-starting against Iran on the 21st of November.
And there's also going to be special guests, isn't there? There maybe ex-Newcastle legends on stage with the likes of Sky Sports, Keith Downey hosting the event.
Certainly.
Music as well from yourself, perhaps?
Certainly is. The national anthems will be back. We've actually got Keith Downey live outside now doing a video for the event. So the event is going to be hosted by Sky Sports Keith Downey throughout the tournament. Like you say, Matty, we've got a host of ex-England and Newcastle United legends who will be coming along to have interaction with the crowd and do live Q&As on stage before and after the game, half-time analysis, etc. There will be live music as well, featuring my good self. So if you're into your Britpop and you like Oasis, Happy Mondays and Spiral Carpets, we'll be getting the crowd going, and we'll be singing a host of football songs as well. And of course, we're going to have all the bells and whistles, as well as the giant screen. There'll also be the live entertainment, but we'll have VIP packages for you and your mates, loads of footy banter, competitions, and much more besides.
Any place to watch the World Cup this winter in Newcastle is here. Get yourselves to NX Newcastle. Link will be in the description. Let's go chat to Keith now to see what he thinks about it. Right then, here we are inside NX. It's obviously quiet right now, but come the World Cup, the place will be absolutely rocking. Keith Downey, welcome back to the channel, mate. As a Scotsman, are you still looking forward to the World Cup?
Well, you know, if Scotland had got there, I was hoping that I would have gone to report it. Instead, I'll be here. But
you wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world, would you?
No, but do you know what?
You would have been in our group as well, wouldn't you? Was it you and Wales?
It would have been. So it would have been Scotland, England, Iran, and USA.
Wow.
What a group that would have been.
It would have been better than Wales. I would have wanted you there.
Yeah, no, but you know, disappointed we're not there. But I do think Scotland are making inroads, so it's fine. But you know, with me having lived here for nearly 10 years now, I kind of feel a little bit English anyway. Certainly a little bit northeast, a little bit Geordie. So
yeah.
I've always been the case that if Scotland get knocked out, I do support England and I follow them. Maybe I got a little bit worried when you got to the final of the Euros. I was like, just don't win it.
Don't do that well.
Yeah, so you kind of did what I was looking for. So, but listen, I think you know, we're all looking forward to a very strange situation with the fact it being in the winter, and of course England are going into it in not good form either. But I don't think that matters once it kicks off.
Football.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to being here. We obviously were at the Euros one, which was a year and a half ago. Feels like about two months ago.
It does, doesn't it?
Down on the quayside, and it was great. Some great days. Brilliant days in the sunshine, great atmosphere all the way to the final. I just remember the anticipation on the day of the final last year. It'll be different this year. We're indoors, and you know, it'll be. I reckon it'll be good in here. What, I reckon it'll be up to 1,500 spectators, 1,500 England
great
fans.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
And like you said, obviously the Euros, the normal major tournaments are in the summer. Beer garden with that. Not the case this year. It's going to be absolutely freezing. So that's why you want to come here, because it's the biggest indoor venue in Newcastle to watch the England games. And it's a strange one. I think it's a strange one for you actually, Keith, because you're normally, obviously December, that's normally the busiest month for fixtures, isn't it? It'll build up to Christmas, and then we've got January just around the corner after the World Cup. It's going to be strange having a break.
Yeah, it is, and obviously the World Cup's just going to approach on us. The Premier League season's going to finish, and then I think a week or maybe not even 2 weeks later the World Cup starts. So it is going to be very difficult, I think, for the players to deal with. You know, the Newcastle players who travel, etc. It is going to be difficult for them. It's going to be like that for every manager though, and every club. So for me, reporting on it, it is going to be strange, because suddenly you're just going to have to cut off from all the Premier League stuff into reporting on England, and then back to the Premier League stuff at Christmas. So it is going to be strange. But you know what? We're here for things to be a little bit different, and I'm looking forward to some nights in here. I think it'll be a really good atmosphere, and obviously if England go far like they did at the Euros last year, we saw what it was like that Sunday when the final was on against Italy. It was
Mental.
an amazing feeling. And even as a Scotsman who lives in Newcastle, I remember thinking this is just amazing to see this and see the excitement and anticipation on people's faces. So let's hope for more of the same. But obviously, there's a long way to go for England to get to that stage.
Well, that's the next question. Then we're gonna round up on World Cup predictions and stuff. How far do you think England can go? Like you said, form hasn't been great, but tournament football doesn't really mean that much, does it? Really?
No, I mean, listen, you've got a good group, but you would expect England to get through the group anyway, whoever they're with. I just look at that England squad and I think you've got one of the best squads in world football. I really do. I think you've been underachieving in the summer. I think those results against Hungary were really, really poor, but you know, they came at a time of the year when nobody wanted to be playing football, international football, and I think they can kind of be forgiven those performances. You look at England and you look at the young players you've got coming through, you know, Bellingham, Foden, Rice, who's now a mainstay in midfield, Saka. You've got so many young, exciting players within that squad. You've got the talisman, Harry Kane, up front. You know, you've got Nick Pope as a number 2 goalkeeper pushing.
Number 1.
Well, maybe number 1.
But you've got the likes of James Maddison who can't even get in the squad.
I know,
He can't even get on the plane.
It's unbelievable. I think it's Scotland, and Scotland are doing quite well just now. We've got a lot of young, good players coming through. You know, at the moment, Hickey at Brentford. We've got Tierney at Arsenal. We've got obviously Robertson, who's the captain. We've got a lot of good players, and I always think we're quite fortunate. And then I look at the England squad and I think, oh God, we're nowhere near. And you look at that, I mean, Maddison, unbelievable. I mean, Newcastle were offering all that money for him in the summer, didn't get him, can't even get into the England squad, which shows just how good your options are. So I think if it clicks for you, you've got a chance. The area I worry about is defensively. Obviously Maguire's been poor for a while. Who does he play in the centre of defence? I think Tomori's putting a decent case forward. It'll be interesting what he does there, but I just think that's the concern, is the defence. But I think in the attacking areas you've got a abundance of talent to choose from, and I don't fancy being Gareth Southgate having to pick between them.
For me, I think England could go all the way in Qatar. It's just Gareth Southgate that's going to probably stop them from doing that. I think,
Do you think he's that bad,
pragmatic approach, can't stand him. I think he's horrendous.
Yeah,
hopeless. I think he's going to waste another chance.
I do feel that when he plays that kind of 4-3-3 or 4, you know, with the 2 holders,
Yeah,
or
unnecessary.
the 3.
He'll do that against Iran probably.
Yeah,
He's thinking, come on.
Yeah, I do feel like play a holder like a Rice alongside Bellingham as a 2, and then play a 3 with Kane. So you could then have Saka, Foden, and Grealish all in behind, you know, and it's a great front 4 with Bellingham in there as well. I do think sometimes he plays it a little bit too defensively with, say, Phillips and Rice. You don't need that.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting to see what he does. But yeah, I don't know who you would want instead. But I think you need to look over the piece, and I think he's done a decent job getting to the final of the Euros. Obviously, if he fails now, you would think that will probably be the end for him. But he'll be given the opportunity, and he has got the players at his disposal to do well.
2 questions to go. Where will England finish then in the World Cup?
I can see you probably get into the quarterfinals.
I was going to say quarters as well.
And it's an obvious thing to say because that's generally where you end up. But
Penalty shoot.
yeah, probably. Yeah. But I mean, even if you look at Brazil now, Brazil are strong, but like, you know, they put Richarlison up front. It's not like it's not like someone
not like
world
Ronaldo,
beater that's
Ronaldinho
coming.
anymore, is it?
Yeah, and you know, you look at the other nations. In Italy aren't there. You know, you look at Germany, they play with Timo Werner. I don't know, you come up against players who you play against in the Premier League week in, week out. And you know, I just think if they can get on a roll, that they've got a chance. That if they've got luck on their side, absolutely they've got a chance. I think quarterfinals is a pretty sort of stock thing to say. I think if you were to get to the semi-finals, it'd be deemed a success. But I would not be surprised if England went all the way to the final. I really wouldn't, because they've got the players there. I just worry about them defensively.
There you go. You've heard it. I'm going to quickly drop I've said England will get to the quarters. You mentioned Richarlison. I think Brazil will win it. Brazil are my favourites to win it. Who's yours?
I think France. I just think France have got the best players. I mean, I still can't believe Giroud's starting up front for them.
I think he's nearly the record goal scorer, if not he is.
I can't believe the players they've got, and he's still starting up front.
Benzema Ballon d'Or, but he's got problems with the France team, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I know Griezmann's had problems as well, but I just think when you look through that France squad, defensively, midfield, so strong, and they've been there and they've done it before. So I know it's a pretty obvious guess to pick out, but I think Brazil will be there or thereabouts. It's amazing that Richarlison's keeping out someone like Gabriel Jesus out the team.
Can't even get in the squad.
Ridiculous. But I don't think, looking at it, I don't think there's a standout nation.
No.
I really don't think there's one you're thinking they are miles better than the rest, which is why I think England have got a chance.
Good stuff. Well, there you go. Please join us here at NX Newcastle for all the England games. The link for the tickets is in the description below. Cheers, Keith. Thanks for joining me. Come along on the night. Great atmosphere. Best place to be for the World Cup
Couple of
games.
beers.
Couple of beers, plenty of beers.
Yeah.
Lots of beers. On a Monday afternoon as well. First game is 1 p.m. against Iran. Nice one, everyone. Cheers for watching. See you in the next one.